Have you ever had that strange feeling, like a cold spot in the air, or the sense that you re being watched when you re completely alone? It's a universal human experience, that little prickle on the back of your neck that tells you something isn't quite right. For most of us, it's just a fleeting moment, a trick of the light, or an overactive imagination. But for some, that feeling turns into something much, much more terrifying. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most unsettling phenomena reported worldwide: shadow people. These aren't your typical ghostly apparitions. They're dark, humanoid figures, often seen out of the corner of your eye, lurking in doorways, or standing at the foot of your bed. What makes them so uniquely frightening is their consistency. From ancient folklore to modern-day internet forums, people from completely different cultures describe the exact same thing: a tall, featureless silhouette, sometimes wearing a hat that seems to radiate a feeling of pure dread. One of the most famous cases is the Hat Man. Countless individuals who have never met or communicated have reported seeing this specific entity. A tall, shadowy figure wearing an old-fashioned fedora or top hat. He doesn't interact, he just observes, and his presence is often linked to a sense of impending doom or paralysis. Skeptics might dismiss these sightings as sleep paralysis demons or hypnagogic hallucinations, those dream-like states between waking and sleeping. And that's a fair point. Our brains can certainly play tricks on us in those moments. But what about the sightings that happen in broad daylight, when people are wide awake and fully alert? Let's look at the story of a family in a quiet suburban home. It started subtly, toys moving on their own, whispers heard from empty rooms. Then they started seeing it, a tall, slender shadow that would dart across hallways or stand motionless in the corner of their living room. At first, they thought it was their eyes playing tricks. But then, multiple family members saw it at the same time. The father, a staunch non-believer, was reading in his armchair one evening when he saw the dark figure standing by the fireplace. He wasn't tired. He wasn't dreaming. It was just there, a void in the shape of a man. The feeling he described wasn't just fear. It was a profound, soul-crushing sadness, as if the very air had been sucked out of the room. What could these beings be? Some theories suggest they are interdimensional travelers, momentarily bleeding into our reality. Others propose they are the spirits of those who have passed on, but in a more primal, less defined form. Then there are the more sinister theories that they are malevolent entities feeding off human fear. Quantum physics even offers a potential, though highly speculative, explanation. The idea of shadow matter or parallel universes could mean that what people are seeing is a brief, accidental glimpse into another dimension that coexists with our own. Imagine, for a moment, that another world overlaps with ours, and sometimes, just sometimes, the veil between them thins and we see the silhouette of one of its inhabitants. One of the most chilling accounts comes from a night shift security guard at an old, abandoned hospital. He was doing his rounds, flashlight beam cutting through the darkness of a long, empty corridor. Suddenly, his light flickered and died. In the pitch black, he heard a faint shuffling sound at the far end of the hall. When his light came back on, he saw not one, but several shadow figures standing there, silent and still. They weren't just vague shapes, they were distinct silhouettes, a silent crowd watching him. He froze, gripped by a fear so intense he couldn't even scream. He said it felt like they were waiting for him, that they knew he was coming. He quit his job the next day and refused to ever speak of the incident in detail again. So, are shadow people real? Or are they a product of our deepest, most primal fears, given form by a tired and suggestible mind? The sheer volume of similar reports from around the globe makes it hard to dismiss entirely. Whether they are ghosts, interdimensional beings, or simply tricks of the mind, the phenomenon of shadow people touches on a fundamental human fear, the fear of the unknown that lurks just at the edge of our perception. The next time you see a flicker in your peripheral vision, you might just pause and wonder what or who you really saw. What do you think? Have you ever had an experience with a shadow person? Share your stories in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. And if you enjoyed diving into these mysteries, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more explorations into the unexplained. Thanks for watching.